Welcome to C.L.Y. Media. Here, you get the top 10 of everything you need to know. Today we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 most dangerous men in the world. From the pinnacle of ISIS to the brain behind Boko Haram, whoever thought that a cute baby will in the future become one of all the foremost dangerous men in the world? At number 10, Cody Wilson. This dangerous man in the world desires total freedom of the web and the creation of ungovernable weaponry and money markets. He uploads blueprints for 3D printable weapons. Software to create a gun called the Liberator was placed on his website last year. This has a download of 100,000 times before the time the US State Department intervened to remove it. If it may be proven that his actions seriously threatened US national and regional security interests, his penalty might be longer than imagined. At number 9, Ayman al-Zawahiri. Co-founder, and current leader of Al-Qaeda within the Afghanistan/Pakistan border. These most dangerous men, hopes and aspires are to avenge the wrongs committed by Christians and Jews against Muslims over the ages, to own one Islamic political leadership across the Arab world, and to drive non-Muslims from Saudi Arabia, the House of Islam's holiest sites. Except for championing the murder of non-Muslims, he has recently been sending fighters to Syria and trying to convince ISIS to unite with all other jihadists against the supposed alliance between America, Russia, Europe, Shiites, Iran, and Bashar al-Assad's Alawite regime. At number 8, Yasser Abdel Said. Said is an Egyptian-American former taxi driver accused of murder. For 12 years, Said evaded arrest for the January 1, 2008, fatal shootings of his two daughters, Amina, 18, and Sarah, 17. Their bodies were found in his abandoned taxi cab in Irving, Texas on the property of the Omni Mandalay Hotel, now the Omni Las Colinas Hotel. Said was captured on August 26, 2020, without incident within the town of Justin, Texas. The Northern District of Texas is the jurisdiction during which he will be tried for unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. At number 7, Semen Mogilevich. The Ukrainian-born crime boss is believed to be the boss of bosses of most Russian mafia syndicates within the world and operates without boundary lines. His major wants include money and power, and to urge these, he majors in drug traffic, trading nuclear material, contract murders, and international prostitution. He has since held over 100 front companies and bank accounts in 27 different countries, all to stay the cash flowing. In 2008, Russian police arrested Mogilevich, using one and all his many pseudonyms, Sergei Schneider, about evasion for a cosmetics company, Arbat Prestige. 3 years later, the fees were dropped. He's on the FBI's list for his involvement in defrauding $150 million. At number 6, Matteo Messina Denaro aka Diabolic. The mafia boss aspires to correct the mistakes done to the poor and oppressed, earning a large amount of money. This could be a reason why he's one of the foremost dangerous men in the world, and guess how he does it? He simply joins any business which returns profit: shopping centers, food distribution firms, wind farms, and agriculture. They are so extensive that it's hard to inform where the budget of Western Sicily halts and his domain commences. His crime is collaborating within the Sicilian mafia's bombing campaign during the early 1990s. This killed magistrates and bystanders in Sicily, Rome, and Florence, further as 50 murders. At number 5, Joseph Kony. Frontrunner of the Lord's Resistance Army, LRA, a rebel group that once operated in Uganda. He wants to determine a theocratic state that supported the Ten Commandments and native Alcoli tradition. Kony's accusation by the government entities of ordering the kidnapping of kids to become child soldiers and sex slaves. 66,000 children became soldiers. 2 million people were evacuated internally from 1986 to 2009. Kony was indicted for war crimes and crimes against humanity by the International Tribunal in The Hague, Netherlands, in 2005, but has evaded capture. At number 4, Ismail El Mayo Sambata. Sambata is the boss of the Sinaloa cartel who wants to stay at the pinnacle of the multi-billion-dollar criminal organization. He's into narco trafficking into the US and Europe, furthermore as hiding in a healthy sideline in the kidnapping. The Sinaloa cartel's position is underpinned by brutal mass killings of rival cartels and civilians to confirm loyalties. Consistent with the House Committee on Office of Homeland Security, the cartel's communications network has been infiltrated, which is how they caught its previous figurehead, the fabulous Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, after 13 years on the run. At number 3, Omar Hassan al-Bashir. President of Sudan and Commander-in-Chief of the Rapid Support Forces aka the Janjaweed Militia. His sole aim is to quell rebel and civilian unrest in South Sudan. The 10,000-strong Janjaweed are familial guns for hire, disreputable for war delinquencies during the 2003 war in Darfur. They now ride SUVs fitted with high-powered weapons to be used against Sudanese civilians at al-Bashir's command. At number 2, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. This is the leader of the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, ISIS. Dream is to establish his Islamic State, or Caliphate, that will range from northern Syria to eastern Iraq and become a head referred to as Caliph Ibrahim, to whom all Muslims would pledge allegiance, is his desire. ISIS has also released an ambitious map detailing a 5-year expansion plan, which takes within the geographic area, the peninsula, northern Africa, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India. Al-Qaeda cut ties with the group earlier this year due to its brutality. But ISIS has gone on to regulate quite a half of Iraq, enforcing the cruel Wahhabi version of Islam and imposing a strict version of Sharia within the areas under its control. And finally, at number 1, Army Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Dooley. Another member of the most dangerous men in the world gang didn't do nearly the maximum amount of damage to US policy. But the chairman of the executive agency didn't take any chances after learning in March that Dooley qualified for a course for senior military officers that mused a few total wars on Islam, including Hiroshima tactics against Islam's holiest cities. General Martin Dempsey suspended the elective course at the Joint Forces Staff College, calling it totally objectionable, and ordered an all-inclusive review of military education to get rid of similar material. And there we have it. That was 10 most dangerous men in the world. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video and would like to support our channel, please feel free to like and subscribe. Hey, if you feel more adventurous, check out more of our stuff. Join us next time for more top 10s.